Hello, welcome back to my channel. So I want to talk about Jeff and Anissa and do a brief recap of them last night in Love After Lockup. So I thought the episode last night was pretty good. We finally got to meet Jeff. Anissa got ready and she had one of her male friends go with her to go pick up Jeff from prison. And at first they had this bus pull up and he didn't get off it and the bus pulled off and she was nervous and she's like, oh my gosh, this is the third time he's not going to show up, he scammed me. And then all of a sudden he walked from around the corner and he said he fell asleep on the bus and somebody had to wake him up. So Jeff was talking to the producers. He told the producers, yep, I ghosted her, I got out 2 times before, promised her I was going to come over to her house and live with her, and really I had no intention whatsoever on following through with that. And he said he never went there and he went back to prison, and he said she has sent him over $50,000, and he admitted loud and proud that he spent every dime of that $50,000 on drugs. I had to go back and rewind because I was like, what? Did he just say that? Because I knew it. When he was at the bus station, when he got out of prison, to me, he looked geeked up. He looked high as a kite. Look at his pupils here. And he kept moving his mouth. His mouth was going 90 to nothing. And I knew right then and there that he was on meth. Because I was on meth and H for 10 years. And I can spot someone a mile away on that stuff. And I could tell he could not keep his mouth still. He was so high. And then when they're in the car and Anissa's guy friend was trying to talk to Jeff and just let Jeff know how much Anissa has done for Jeff behind the scenes, and Jeff was getting all mean and snapping out on him. And then we see a spoiler in a future episode where he ends up beating up Anissa's friend. So he seems like he definitely has some anger issues, but it seems like in more recent videos, like on his IG, it looks like he's gained weight. But after he was calling Anissa, like in the next episode, asking for $100, I was just like, I wonder what you're going to spend that $100 on. I don't think you need to give that much money to someone who's like fresh out of prison, who has a habit of going back to using drugs. Like, maybe ask him like, hey, what do you need? I'll buy it for you. Or give him like a little money here and there, but I don't think he needs a full $100. That's just my opinion personally.
I just want everybody out there to know, man, that's been on the path that I've been on with the needle, that, man, if I can do it, you can do it. I know it's hard because you can see right now, I'm driving back from work and I've cried the whole way, man, because I want to see.
And then I saw this deleted scene of Anissa on WeTV's Love After Lockup YouTube channel, or WeTV's YouTube channel, and they had Anissa going to a chicken farm or whatever to go pick up a couple chickens for Jeff to take care of, and she also bought a horse for Jeff because I guess Jeff grew up with a horse and helped take care of a horse. So she thinks this horse and these chickens are going to help keep Jeff busy and keep his mind occupied and keep him out of trouble. I don't know if you guys saw that deleted scene or not, but so Anissa went with her friend that she went wedding dress shopping with, and her friend brought up like, how do you know he's even going to take care of these animals? How do you know he's not just going to not come to your house like he's done 2 times before? Or how do you know he's not going to dip out and, he may not be ready for the responsibilities that come along with taking care of a horse and 2 chickens? So once the person who owned the chickens heard that, she's like, chickens are a big responsibility, and she refused to sell Anissa the chicken. She said, I'm going to give you 2 days to think on it before you decide if you want to do it or not. And, I respect the owner of the chickens for doing that, because Anissa wasn't even sure herself, but she said if Jeff didn't take care of them, she would for sure take care of them. And I'm sorry, I just don't see Jeff getting out of the halfway house and wanting to take care of 2 chickens and a horse, but maybe I'm wrong. I have no idea, but I'm just not getting the vibe. And a horse is a lot. A horse and chickens are both a lot of responsibility, but a horse lives a long time. That horse is going to live as long as Jeff lives the rest of his life. A horse lives 25 to 30 years, and the oldest horse has lived up to 62 years. And like I said in a previous video, Jeff only got out of prison 1 month ago. He still is currently living in the halfway house at this time, and I still think they're in the middle of filming. Anissa commented on one of my videos and said, just wait till you see where Jeff is going to take us this season. And after I saw the spoilers for this season where they show Jeff beating up her friend, I was like, oh boy, this is going to be a wild ride. So this is the real test for Jeff. Jeff said he admitted that he spent every dime he got from Anissa in prison on drugs. When he was in prison, yeah, you're not supposed to get high, but he was getting high. I don't know if he's still getting high or not. You would think the halfway house would drug test him every now and then, or he'd have to drop for parole or something. But the real test is when he's no longer under the safety net and structure of the halfway house and he's in the free world and have to make his own decisions and has a lot more freedom, how he does then. That's going to be the real test, because trust me, I'm in recovery. I've lived in transitional living and halfway houses with people, and I've seen people do so great and thrive and get out and move out and within a week go right back to where they were before they got sober. So I think that will be the real test for Jeff, to see how he does when he moves out of the halfway house. And if you guys know if he's on parole, let me know in the comments below, because I can't remember if he said he was on parole or not. And not everyone who leaves halfway houses or transitional living goes back to drugs. A lot of people end up leaving and live way better lives than they ever have, and they thrive and do great. But I think you have to just continue working on yourself, going to meetings and stuff like that. You got to keep things going, or you're going to go right back to what led you in there. And like I said, I respect Anissa for trying to get the chickens and the horse for him to help distract him and keep him busy. I think he needs to start off small. You need to go buy him like a little plant and see how he takes care of that. See if he can keep the plant alive for a couple months. And if he does that, maybe upgrade to goldfish. If he can take care of the goldfish and keep it alive for at least a couple months, then maybe upgrade to a guinea pig and a cat. I think starting off with a horse and a chicken is just way too big of a commitment starting off. But, you know, she said she'll take care of him, so if she's willing to do that and she's excited about it, then hey. But that's it for this video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching.